Um, I had to make this is a mini rant, mini post. I'm going to make a post in about. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. What is going on? All right, I'm so sorry about that. Somebody had to be yelling. I want to make sure their dog wasn't taking a shit in front of my sidewalk. Where the fuck was I? Yes. So I was exercising and I hear some big thing on the news because I had the news on in another part of the room. It seems that there was a cheating scandal for USC, UCLA. Coaches were involved. Lori Laughlin, Felicity Huffman was involved. Different people. They were kind of getting their perfect 1600 slash 2300. I don't know. I think it went back to 1600 perfect score for SATs. So I think it was ACT also, but mostly SAT scores. So people were cheating, buying their way into big universities. We always hear about actresses, B-list, A-list actresses getting into colleges, and I mean like big, like Princeton, Yale, Oxford, Stanford, right? But are they getting in because they earned it, or are they getting in because one second, please. It's the guy and his dog. It's really distracting the fuck out of me. Some asshole and his dog. He doesn't have his dog on a leash. That's the big cock of my distraction right now. I think he's fucked off. So anyway, the USC UCLA scandal, the 1600 SATs. Um, what the fuck, man? I mean, like, okay, Lori Laughlin, I remember from Full House and CW shows, but like, why? This was for her daughter, and you see her daughter. She doesn't seem too bright. She's a pretty girl, right? But she doesn't seem too bright. Um, Now, like with Mackenzie Foy, she takes like studio school, and she takes homeschooling. So I think it's homeschooling and studio school. So I think she's okay. Other actresses take studio school, homeschooling. Maybe Lori Laughlin's daughter did too. I don't know. Others, Felicity Huffman for her kids, I think, because she has. I think isn't her husband? Oh, I forgot. Not Defoe. Not Willem Defoe. Somebody else. When I'm doing this on camera, I can never remember people's names. Um, Let me show you my puzzle while I'm ranting a bit because I've got the second layer done here. But on the subject of cheating, I was a stupid kid. Now I would raise my hand a lot. I was always sitting near the front of the class, which is the death spot. It was always the stupidest place to be in because you're you're always going to be picked on by the other kids. I had a hard elementary school years. I had hard junior high school years. I had hard high school years and some hard college years. Nobody wanted to be my friend. Nobody wanted to give a fuck about me. People hazed and bullied me. People tried to play rape me because I was a little stupid kid who didn't talk in high school. And one of those stupid kids is now a big actor on a television show that's a reboot of an old show. And that's why I don't go seeing comic book movies and such if he's in them. Anyway, it was hard, and but I always did the best I could. My father had a very temperamental nature. He drank a lot. He smoked a lot. He drank for most of my childhood. Okay, my mom had to make him stop. I believe she threatened him with divorce, though I can't prove that. But I believe that's what she did. That's why he probably stopped. Um, so it's like he had a temper. He smoked a lot. He drank a lot. He was unhappy. So he wanted me to do well in school. And I went through the motions. I said, yes, sir, no, sir. I didn't try to kill the man. I didn't try to disobey him. But it was hard to get good grades in school. My SAT scores were about in the 500s. And I never really bothered to tell them. They wanted me to tell them everything. But they couldn't handle it. My father had a temper. He just couldn't control his temper. This is a man that I realized could beat the shit out of me. And he had. And if I had enough sense, I would have called the cops on him and had him arrested so that he'd never come back. So, yeah, I mean, like, that was hard. I got accepted to a community college. I didn't go to Princeton. I didn't go to Yale. I went to a community college, and then I went to a 4-year Cal State college. And my grades were mostly kind of okay to shit to dog shit. Once in a while, I get a really good, like I get an A in something. It's kind of like when you play video games, you know, you get a B score, or a special rank, or an A rank, or B rank. That was kind of how it was for me during school, because I was really trying, and I was not mature enough to really understand what I was doing with history or English. And so with what was going on here, the whole cheating, there was one student in my high school graduation that got a 1600 perfect score. That was 1996. Some Asian kid. Most people would believe that. I believe it. It may seem racist, but it may seem like positive racism, but most quiet Asian people really get those high scores. I got a 500. What was I supposed to do, right? This kid could have anything he wanted. Girls, if you see a kid with a 1600 SAT, you know he's not unattractive. This kid can have anything he wants. He can go to Oxford, he can go to Stanford, he can go to any goddamn school that can be imagined on earth. And so I went to community college. I shuffled around from major to major. And when I got out with my associate and with my bachelor's degrees, people just kind of waved to me and said, well, we'll put your, they talk in this monitor, well, we're going to put your resume in the file folder and we'll get back to it in 6 months. In other words, nice knowing you. Go fuck yourself, wetback. Bye. They didn't call me wetback, but you can't really tell my ethnicity. White people who see me. White people seem to think I'm Middle Eastern. But no, it's just upsetting. And it's upsetting to see that celebrities can cheat. Celebrities can cheat their way to things. I mean, forget all this Captain Marvel scandal. Forget political correctness right now. What the hell? Don't be cheating. You know, my father physically abused me because he was stupid. He was an idiot. And he told me my college degree mattered. And it didn't matter. Because when I went out there in the real world, I tried. Do you know what I'm doing now? I'm applying for volunteering at a library. Which I wouldn't disclose my YouTube channel because I swear a lot. But I'm doing that because I couldn't find the jobs I wanted in computer animation and such. I couldn't find what I really wanted to do. And to be fair, my resume was paper thin. What? That I went to college, that I took an outdated software I'm sorry, my arm's hurting. I took an outdated software as my way of preparing for school. It was horrible. What was I supposed to do? So when I see these celebrities cheat, when I see coaches cheat, and by the way, this scandal is far from over. Who knows if your favorite NBA, NFL player is someone who cheated to get to where they're at, okay? So if somebody's in the NFL or NBA and they're not supposed to be in there, okay, because coach, pardon some of these people, that's fucked up. So now they're going to have to look at all that. They're going to have to look at what other actors cheated. You know, and I'm telling you this, okay? Maybe it's because they're actors or they're beautiful women or whatever, but eugenics seems to matter. If you're not a beautiful person, if you're not an actress or a big politician or a corporate head, you're just a nigger. You're just a Jap. You're just a chink. You're just a wetback. You're just pedophile, derogatory trash. And I always bring these, I know people hate me bring these racial slurs, but look at my situation. I try to work hard to get to the point where I'm at today, and people treat you like crap. You know, yes, they had to go and start taking action, but they try to say, oh, with hard work and stuff. Hard work, I'm lucky that even people even look in my direction, much less not ridicule me for existing. I put this in the wrong place. Maybe. I don't know. It's insulting to people like me who honestly believed when he was in his 20s that if he just worked hard, if he just put his effort, if he gets straight A's, maybe, just maybe he'll get somewhere. I was never going to pass that SAT score. I was never going to pass it. But it was like, I didn't even have a chance. And I hate when I see people cheat. Do not cheat. Do not do that. Okay? That's all I gotta say. I hope the actresses, the mom, Lori Laughlin, goddamn Full House. I hope she gets what she deserves. I hope, I hope this is fixed. Um, and I hope the school system is fixed. You know what? If you have majors for paths, I mean, computer science and business degrees, if you're working towards those, get those degrees and then get the fuck out of there and try to see if you can make it in the real world because that's the real test. It's not how high your grades are. It's who's going to give a shit about you once you get out there out of college. That's that's what's mattering, and that's what should matter. This whole thing is just a mess, and it really disgusts me the way people are just going to be like, well, you know, these things happen. Well, these things happen. If you had your hands dirty, then you would say these things happen. But if you were somebody who worked hard and got cheated out of the system because your diploma isn't recognized by anybody in the real world, or nobody cared, or people just threw a bone at you, then yeah, you'd be pissed off as hell. You'd be pissed off at these people. What the fuck? So that's it. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna make another post. It'll be a much nicer post, but it upsets me that people prey upon the system to make it work for them. I talked about corporations and Donald Trump. I talked about uh, some people get favors and not. I guess if it happened to me, but then at some point I would have to realize, hey, why am I getting the favors and nobody else? You know what I mean? I think all my life I've never been the favorite in my family. My mom always dismissed me for my sisters. That was hard. So we're gonna see what happens. Whatever you do, I mean, I'd rather people just drop out of school and do something they really like to do rather than cheat. Don't cheat. Just do something you enjoy doing. I still think of that one guy who cheated in Japanese class. He would write on his hand, and he would put like like earbuds. He put his hood over his hand, and he write on his hand the answers to a test for Japanese for oral test. That's stupid. That's just petty. But I mean, god damn it. Money buys you education. Money buys you a whole bunch of other things too. All right, take care. Try not to get mad at me about this video. You should be mad at the people who, instead of getting mad at me, you should be downvoting the people who are helping these actors and all these important people that, quote unquote, the people we love, the people we see on TV and movies, and big and fake NFL, NBA athletes. Okay, you should be downvoting those fuckers because they cheated. At least I did. At least I did not cheat. All right, take care and have some breakfast, whoever you are. Hopefully, it's the same time zone. It's almost 11:30 here.